ADHD TCG here, and I've got another opening of the Rise Vault packs and the Standard Edition Sample 2 packs. This is the second video I've done. I think I've got a couple more I'm gonna do. Really enjoyed opening the Vault pack. It's always a lot of fun to open these sample packs, even though I've only opened one before. But I've won a couple giveaways and watched enough to feel like I've opened them myself. So that's where I'm going with that. Let's dive in here. You know, I don't mind going through these videos nice and slowly, but sometimes I think back and I go, you know what? You really could have just sped up a little bit. Oh, I'm throwing my scissors everywhere. Okay, let's take a look at the pack first. So again, beautiful holographic packs. This is pretty cool. It's something that I haven't seen much of in the TCG world, and it just shows you where the one thing that you can say about Rise is they really do differentiate themselves product-wise. They really go all in and very innovative. That's the word I'm looking for, innovative. They're the newer, younger TCG that's trying out different ideas that are just aesthetically very pleasing. Check the top, so there's no cards in there. I'm gonna snippy this guy. There we go. So these are the second sample packs that they had released, meaning Rise. And before this, they did collector's versions. These are the ones for the standard edition, and I've really enjoyed seeing them open. I've enjoyed opening them myself. It's nice to see that, like, even though there's collector's edition boxes, that these cards are very high quality. So let's dive in. Okay. I'll put this pack up in the background here. And let's go through this. Oh wow, this looks great. Again, I can say that every time I open these Rise cards. Again, the sides have they have gilding on them, which I really appreciate. I wonder if it actually adds to the thick feeling of these cards, because they always feel so good in the hand. So we have a bomb generator. This looks like one of those little clones on there, although I could be off. Next up, there's a gold eater. This looks like a bit of an interesting monster. Some of these, the lore or some of the characters that I see Francois has created, I can see references to other universes, which is pretty cool. We've got peanuts. This would make a lot of people allergic. Not make them allergic. This could cause an allergic reaction from others. I know a couple people that I'm friends with that have allergic reactions to peanuts. Lollipop, nobody will have an allergic reaction to that guy. We have Second Breath. Some Vikings on there. Oh, we have the Divine Dance, the censored Divine Dance. Now I've got this one, the uncensored version that came in the test decks. And I've got that sitting in a semi-rigid card holder right now because I would like to get it graded, given they ended up censoring it. I think that makes it a little bit more cool. And then we have a Telekinesis. I do like this card a lot. It's a very beautifully drawn card. Okay, I think we're going to start getting closer to our hits here. We've got the clone, the hollow clone. Although this is just a clone, I think, not a hollow clone. Next up, we've got our... Are we at our hits? Can't tell. I think I am, yeah. Okay, we have a Zed Destructor coming in on a Wrecking Ball, like Miley Cyrus. And then we have the Gold Eater again. That's pretty cool. I like that I got, because I don't have this card, so it's nice to get a Gold Eater of a different type. And then finally, we have a Silence. Very beautiful. These cards, I will always just say how great these cards feel and look. This Silence is beautiful. I'm gonna actually put a couple of these guys in sleeves right now. They seem to be pretty good at not getting damaged too. I'll give Rise that also. That there's not, I haven't seen, like, a lot of the cards, they feel like they can take more of a beating than the average card. Got a Gold Eater. So the Silence, this isn't a huge hit. When you look down here, you can see these get bigger and bigger, these little gold stamps. And it gets even bigger than this. This is a second from the rarest, from my understanding. Silence. Got the Gold Eater. Always glad to add these guys. I'm going to throw this Z Destructor also in his sleeve. Put him down here. Okay, very cool. I have the rest of the sample cards. Sample 2s. These seem to be, from what I can see, this isn't an analytical view, but more of a biased view or an opinion. It seems like they printed quite a few of these sample packs, so they do see there's a lot more of them making the rounds from what I can see. Oh, what am I doing? I should use scissors. Than the collector's sample 1 packs. So next up, before I cut this, I'm jumping ahead. Here's the Vault pack. I like that they put these together. I mentioned last time, I do like the idea of releasing all of these different... Actually, I'll go back. There's been since my last video, I've had a chat with a friend, and we discussed the idea of Vault packs. And what we decided was, if this was a established company like Pokemon, Flesh and Blood, or even MetaZoo, somebody that's been established, this could be seen in a really, really bad light. And I know some people, I have a couple friends that are critical of Rise doing this. Now, after a discussion with my friend, I think we both came to the agreement that because Rise is so young, using the test cards and whatnot to generate more revenue is okay, in our opinion. You can have a different opinion, you can comment in the chat. But if it was an established company, my friend brought an argument to me saying like, hey, if this was Magic the Gathering or Flesh and Blood or Pokemon, this could be deemed a bit immoral for a company to do that, and it could cost them some support. So just a little discussion on this, and I think that this is a great idea as a starting company to be able to release these types of cards so that they're in the fans' hands. I really hope that this money helps Rise move forward and continue to build as a company and a brand. Okay, so let's see what we got. I'm gonna slow roll this. Oh, is this in French? This is pretty exciting to me. This is the standard slot plus the French extra, and I have not gotten a French card. So there should be, let's see, there should be black border French cards. Population 3, first test print, light black border French cards. So is this must be the black border French cards. When they're saying black border, like none of these have a full black border, but maybe they're talking about the bottom here. Very cool. So this is population 20, first test print, light black border. So yeah, cool. French cards, very sweet. I'm excited for this. Low population, I haven't gotten a French card yet. Very cool. I do have the demo deck for Myrtle also, so this fits in with that. I am pretty psyched on getting that. Okay, our next slot will be the Patreon Prestige slot, and we have a pinup girl. I love these pinup girls. Now, this is Myrtle, and it's PT041. I'm just going to quickly pull up PT041. So this is from the July Prestige. This is, PT41 is the pink Myrtle. Although, what's interesting is this says 41, and usually 41, or not usually, like when they release this, oh, no, I'm wrong. I was going to say it was lenticular. So this is a hollow pink, this is a hollow pinup Myrtle. So what it said here was there was 120 of them that were released. Now in this case, I want to see if there's any additional information. So there's about, yeah, so there should be about 120 of these printed all together, but there's a population of this of 200 cards. I'm psyched on this. I'm absolutely psyched. I really like that we've got I got another pinup girl to add to my collection. That's always exciting. And it's just a beautiful card altogether. Now, next up is the sample slot. So this is from sample, what does it say? Does that say sample C? Sample C, oh my gosh. Now I gotta figure this out. So, what do we got here? You can either have a cold gold stamp, or you can have a hot gold stamp, or you can have a sample collector or a sample 2 holo cards. Now this is a sample C, so I can't tell you. This looks like it's almost cold foil. but I don't think it is. But I've got a feeling it's 100. It's one of the 150 population ones. It's very cool. It looks beautiful. I've never seen one that has the sample C. Oh, wait. Unless that stands for sample collectors. That would make sense. And what that would mean is it's about population 400. Either way, I'm into it. I dig it. Very cool. Next up, we're going to have our test slot. Oh, this is from... Oh, it's a French card too. No way. Very, very cool. Okay, I got to just scroll up a little bit here so I can give you some information that I can, so I can let you know what that means. So this is a French card. This isn't a signed one though. There's about 300 of these French cards in here too, is what I'm reading on here. I'm pretty psyched to get a couple of different French cards. The design is quite a bit different from the new cards. The print is a little bit more faded, but it's very cool. R182. Cool. Very, very cool. And then finally, we're gonna go into the lenticular slot, which, gosh, what would I want from the lenticular slot? I would like, I really like the Pinup Girls. I think those are like some of the coolest cards that they've released, but it could be anything in that area. I think the last time I got a crystal lenticular, I wouldn't mind a Pinup test or any of those, but let's see what we get here. It's an Isaac. You know what? I've seen this card get pulled. I was watching other people open last night, and I saw the Isaac. Now, which Isaac is it? I don't know what makes this a crystal lenticular and what makes it not a crystal lenticular. That's something that I really have to figure out. I've got a feeling that this is the crystal lenticular because I'm looking at the Discord with all the information, and I can see that there's Isaac on here, and there's about a population of 25, and I think that's the only one they have for Isaac. Oh, there's an Isaac special too, but I cannot tell you which one this is. You can see how the lenticular, how it goes from one to another. Very cool. This is... so what I'm looking at to try to distinguish the card, I'm looking at the bottom, I'm looking at the dates of it, I'm looking at the number. I can't get much beyond that. Now if we go to the back, you see it's got that nice white finish. Now this doesn't have the texturing on it. Neither does this guy, because this is probably from before before they were doing it. I don't know if I said that correctly. This, interesting. Trying to see if even the backs are a bit different, but this looks pretty close to what the current tests look like. Sample C. So this has got to be a collector sample. It's got to be. And then we've got the pinups. This pinup does not have that textured back, but I dig it. And then finally, this guy must be one of the really old ones. This is from 2021. It says on the very bottom here. FR 2021. Very cool. Overall, I am absolutely psyched once again on these cards. I love getting some French test cards, like that guy. Whoa. Into the Pinup Girl. Glad to get another one to add to my collection. I've never actually seen this Myrtle before. The one that I have a couple of versions of Atlas, but I do not have any of the lenticulars or actual hollow versions of Atlas, and I really want to get one of those. Got a support. Get the R182, very cool. Another French card, and the Isaac. So that's the opening. I dig it. I'm really into it. I'm going to have a couple more of these packs show up here. Really cool for Francois to share some of his collection with us and use it to generate funds in order to push Rise forward. What would you want to see out of Rise? That's like a question that I would ask people, because for me, I want to just find a way to be able to play it with other people. So what I would like to see, given Dark Screen Games has a history of making video games, I think that it could be right up their alley to also play this online. Or on your phone, not even online. Tabletop Simulator is one thing, but like to actually play it just on my cell phone or on an iPad, that would be absolutely great. Anyways, follow me on Instagram, ADHDTCG. I'm always posting pictures on there. Give this video a like. Give me a comment. Disagree with me. Agree with me. Do whatever you want. Let's have a chat. And subscribe too if you like the videos. I enjoy making these. I'm not going to be making them as frequently as I have in the past, just because I've got some other passions that I've been working on. But I'm always around. That's why I say follow the Instagram, chat with me, or comment. I will always respond. Thank you again. Bye-bye.